how long have you been running this account?
Probably about 1 month, I
A
would
month.
like to say.
Right. Okay. Been running it a month. Let's have a look. So I don't like this dashboard with all the graphs and stuff. It's like, yeah, whatever. I just click on the campaigns tab on the left.
All right.
I always come in here first and then get rid of the graph. So on the right, there's a little up, little down a little bit. There's directly below you there. See that little up arrow? Click on that. Gets rid of it. There you go. I like to see it like a spreadsheet, just data. I don't want to see the
Exactly.
graphs. Um, so you've got all but removed.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So
right
yeah.
here, what I have here is I have three separate campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
One is specific because for this business, it's a laundromat.
Yep.
So basically, this one campaign here is specifically for pickup and delivery.
Mm-hmm.
That I just had. I target those keywords, and then the one here, the first one, that's I guess what the client had prior, where I guess he had like one of those enhanced Google Express
Yeah.
campaigns that they set up.
Okay. Yeah.
So I left it on for a while until I'm able to see, what keywords are, getting impressions. And then I could start, adding some negative keywords or whatever the case is,
Yep. Okay.
depending on performance.
Can you stick it maybe the last 30 days date range? Let's
Yeah. What would you like?
just last 30 days, my grand. So this is kind of like a month. And then scroll across how much is spending in the month. The little bar. There we go. 800. So, okay. So 435 clicks, 400 spend. Okay. So I can see there's no conversions being reported, which by the way is quite normal. So they might not have conversion tracking set up or.
I mean, there should be, because when I'm not sure how to set it up on the Google Ads end.
Yeah.
Because usually the way I would set it up is I'll probably, here in the analytics, I'll just probably track like in goals.
Okay.
Let me just show you real quick.
What is a conversion for them? A form fill or a phone call or both?
A form fill. Let's
Right.
say schedule a pickup, to get your laundry washed or whatever the case is. So let's say we do here, last 30 days, apply, and then here, for example, schedule a pickup thank you page, there were 23.
Right, but you don't
And
know how many of those came through via Google Ads.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what you can do, you can link the analytics page with this Google AdWords account. Okay, and I think I don't do the setting up of the tracking. The developer does.
No, correct. No, I'll figure it out how to.
Yeah, but there's two ways typically, and you can, if you click on Tools up in the top menu bar, right at the top, Tools, Conversions. And the little plus sign. Okay, so they've got some. That's interesting. And then is that all time? I don't know. Was that the same date range? I think it's the same date range. Anyway, there are some conversions that have been set up, but maybe you'd have to go and have a look at them and see what code each one has and where it's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so maybe there needs a bit of tidying up or something's broken. So you can have the tracking done in Google AdWords, or you can have it where Google Analytics gets conversion data and sends it back to Google AdWords by linking the two together.
Okay, so I have to figure something out.
Yeah. And I think my guys prefer to just use the Google AdWords tracking.
Okay.
But just start with that and see how you get on. It's kind of the simplest, I suppose.
Yeah. I'll do my research, because I know.
Yeah. And what I often do to clients anyway is I'll say, look, this is what AdWords reported, whether it's through Google Analytics or just AdWords on its own. This is what AdWords has reported. How many inquiries or form fills did you get? How many phone calls did you get? And they'll be like, well, we don't know how many are like from Google or ads. And I'm like, don't really care. Just tell us how many you've got. And if we move the needle, like if we spend more in a particular week, we'll get a load more clicks. visitors, does it move the needle in any way for your business? And if like they suddenly spend 1,000 in a week and they get no noticeable difference in phone calls or form fills, then it doesn't matter what anything else is selling. Yeah. So I don't get too hung up on it. Okay. So most of the volume is going through. So if I was to deep dive into this, I would be like, oh, okay, 435 clicks. About half of them more than half of them are coming from that top one. Let's just have a quick look at that campaign. So I'll deep dive into it. Okay, so I spot immediately there's 2 ad groups. Is that got all the spend? Yeah, so we click into the top one.
Yeah, that's one they automatically set for the business name.
Right. Okay, so laundry's laundry. Right, so we got, what I can see, there's a load of first off, there's a load of keywords in there. How many have we got? Dry cleaning? Okay, so laundry service, dry cleaning. Scroll down, how many have we got? Flipping loads.
Probably a lot.
Yeah, you can go right to the bottom. Wow. Where the heck did they get all these from? 310. So they got 310 keywords in one ad group. A lot of them are broad match. And how many ads have they got? If you click on the ads and extensions, one ad. That's running at the minute. Okay, so it had 435 clicks. So best laundry service, Bronx, New York. We offer a wide range of laundry services. I saw dry cleaning as a keyword. If someone had typed in dry cleaning, the ad they want to see is dry cleaning.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the downside of having a stack of keywords in one ad group and one ad showing. Mm-hmm. You can't write an ad that is going to match every search term that's going to come through. So if you click on the keywords tab again, by the way, this is exactly what you see all the time. And click on the search terms menu at the top, menu item.
Okay.
Yep. Get rid of the filter you've got. Bronx pickup. There you go. Click on that cross to get rid of it. Right. Go to columns. Top right-ish. Yeah, change, there you go. Change columns. Right. Attributes, I think it is. Yeah. Click on attributes. And then keyword. And over on the right, scroll down. I'll just put keyword above clicks. So if you scroll down in that little area, there'll be the keyword right at the bottom. There you go. Drag that all the way to the top. Let go. There we go. Yeah, there we go. And then apply that. Google, in their wisdom, hide the keyword from people. I wonder why that is, because then we won't be able to see how badly things match. Right, these look fairly good. Laundromat near me. It's got laundry service near me. They're not the same though. Laundry service and laundromat. If I was to write an ad for those, I'd have laundromat in one and laundry service in the other.
Okay.
Yeah. So it keeps going down. So near me, Hercules laundry, service laundry. Interesting. Dry cleans. Cleaning. Cleaners near me. See that one?
Yeah.
Cleaners near me, and is matching the keyword dry cleaning. But a cleaner near me could be a house cleaner.
Exactly.
Yeah. Washer Sales New York laundry. No. Wouldn't be happy with that. Dry cleaners. Bubbly laundry. What is that?
That's probably a competitor. Let me just double check. Bubbly laundry. I think it's a competitor. Yeah, I guess this one, Bubbly Clean Laundromat.
Right, so it's a brand name of a competitor, right?
Right.
Okay. So do they want to show for that? Are they aware they show for that? You know, I would have a completely separate campaign for competitor brand names.
Okay.
Bidding on those and monitoring that, because they're going to convert differently. And maybe you don't want to be doing that. You just maybe don't want to be appearing or trying to brand jack somebody else's visitors and, you know, burn bridges with that other business potentially.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, in this case, like, then you just go, oh, I didn't know it showed, because they don't. It just kind of happens. Right.
I didn't know. Google set it up.
Yeah. There we go. So there's that other one in Espanol, quite a long search term, but that's another brand.
Trabajos. Oh, so that's like work. in laundry, wash and fold, Bronx.
Yeah.
So that's, I guess, for people searching for jobs.
Yeah. Oh, really? Jobs?
Yeah, because I guess the trabajos is jobs. So jobs
right.
in laundromat, wash and fold in Bronx in Spanish.
Right. They probably don't want to pay $1. No, hold on. Nearly $5 for that. $4.51.
That's a lot.
You know what? That's, I don't believe 6 impressions and 4 clicks, $4.51 for a really long search term like that. I'm curious now. Segment that by network. It's up near modify columns.
Right here.
Segment by network with search partners. I bet that's search partners. Oh, we're going to go find it again.
Right here.
Google search. I wonder.
Keyword wash and fold.
Yeah, but see underneath that it's saying it's actually a Google search. Somebody literally did search for that on Google. I wonder if it was the same. I wonder if it's the same person doing it more than every day for the month, 4 days or something. Okay, turn off that segment thing. Sometimes when you see a really long search term, and it's like, no, nobody would really type that in, segment and then none. It's often search partners being sneaky. Where can I?
I actually turned off the search partners and the display network. Everything was just search.
Yeah, get rid of those. Where can I buy baby detergent for toddlers? Is showing up for laundry shop. So, see that keyword when it's broad match. I don't use broad match. Laundry shop. I would put pluses in front of it. Plus laundry, plus shop. That means it insists. We're insisting that the search term contains both words. Can be in any order. Can have other words between them, around them, before them, after them, or none. And actually includes close variants as well. So it could be just shops or shop.
Okay.
Or misspellings. So some of so you can see some of these are good and some of them are bad.
So I have to filter out this whole list.
No, I wouldn't. I see what's happening here is the keywords are too broad, so they're pulling in lots of junk, and you could start adding negatives to try and prevent that junk from showing, but you're still going to keep showing for more junk and new junk that you haven't seen before. You only get to see the search terms when your ads get clicked on. So if every week you're like looking through, oh my God, people are doing that, I didn't realize. Whereas I prefer to start and focus on the positive keywords of plus dry, plus cleaners, plus Bronx, plus dry, plus cleaners, plus the next location they cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, for example, since I didn't do this campaign myself, it's just, a lot of, broad match. But if we look into the other campaign that I set up myself for the pickup and delivery, I think most of them have pluses.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I would do is I would download all that search term data and then start analyzing the search term data to try and find groups, segments of search terms, like where I go, oh, which ones all have dry and cleaners in it? And then I'd look at them all and go, oh, right, some of them say nearby, some of them say near me, some of them say have locations. Oh, look, people look for dry cleaners by location. That's interesting. I'll make a note of that. Then I'd be like, oh, I see a lot of laundromat. Which ones contain laundromat? And then I'd look at them all and then go, look, there's one there. It says near 3839. Is that a zip code?
Which one?
That one just there. I don't know what that is.
No, that's probably like a building number. 3839 Cannon Place. The zip code would be 10462.
Yeah. And it's like, wow, people look for laundromats by zip code. That's me. That's my takeaway immediately. People looking for dry cleaners nearby, dry cleaners by location, laundromat probably nearby as well, laundromat by zip code. Oh, okay, probably looking for dry cleaners by zip code as well. Yeah. Then I would be like, right, so I'm going to have a dry cleaners campaign and I'm going to add all the zip codes. So I'll have like whatever, 20 zip codes they cover or whatever it is. Then I'm going to have dry cleaners and then the campaign for dry cleaners and then the location names that they cover.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do the same for laundromats.
On this specific campaign, I think I narrowed the radius probably 1 mile around the business.
Right.
because I didn't want to, people searching in one area, for example, the Bronx, searching for laundromat, and then paying a click, and then when they find out, it's like 30 minutes away.
Yeah, there's two ways of doing these kind of campaigns. You can have the one I start with is what I call a geo-modified campaign, where every keyword contains a location. So it'd be plus dry, plus cleaners, plus 10463, if that's the zip code they cover, right?
Okay.
And it doesn't matter where in New York, or maybe the whole of the US, they type that in. Because if they're in Texas doing that, you don't know why, but they want to find one in 10463. So you want that person to ring the laundromat. Yeah. So when it's geo-modified, when each search term has to have a location in it, and it's the locations you cover, then the geography that the ads can show to can be huge. You just don't want to have duplicates. Like there's 3 or 4 Dublins in the US, so I don't want to run ads for washing machine repairs in Dublin, targeting the whole world. I just want people in Ireland who are typing, who are looking for a washing machine repairs in Dublin. I want the ad to show for them, and then you have to change a setting in the campaigns as well to force.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would put the location inside the keyword with the modifier, and then geo target it to that specific mile radius or country.
No, I wouldn't target for a mile then. I would target for the whole state or the whole city.
Okay, perfect.
Because it doesn't matter. Like, I presume 10463 is a unique zip code in the whole of the US. So,
correct.
Yeah. So if somebody types that and they happen to be in Texas, why are they doing it? It could be for their buddy who's there. They need to get a phone number for them. It could be they're flying in there and they know they need to find somewhere when they land, whatever reason. So you want it to show. And then the other one is if they don't have a location in their search term, so if it's just laundry service, if you did plus laundry plus service, well, that's going to show if they do have a location, and unfortunately it will show if they say laundry service Charlotte, North Carolina.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, that happened to me during the beginning days of the campaign, because I had what was it? I think it was like laundromat or pickup and delivery or something like that. And I didn't put a location in the keyword. Yeah. But then the person, I guess, was in the radius where I was targeting, but they searched for laundromat in another state. Yep. And they clicked on it.
Yep. Yeah, that'll happen. You'd hope. Right. So if you were to run so you target like a mile round the laundromat. Do you call it laundromat or laundromat? Laundromat.
Who cares? A mile around laundromat.
A mile around their store, whatever it's called, shop. And you could have plus dry plus cleaners as the keyword, in which case, you're going to show when people are looking for further afield, but you're going to get volume, and hopefully in your ad you say where you're based, and you'd hope it turns off some of the people. Or you could just run exact match ones where it's just laundry pickup near me, laundry pickup service, like that one you're looking at now, the keyword itself. If that was exact match, not the search term, the actual keyword, laundry pickup service or dry cleaners, and you're targeting people within a mile of the business, and it's exact match, that means they haven't put a location in.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously the volume's going to be lower, but
it's targeted.
It's more targeted. So I never have a problem with the volume being lower, because if you actually go to the campaigns, click on all campaigns, it's up near the Google Ads thing. No, you have to go up. It's annoying. Across to the right a little bit.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, and go to the right. I just want to see what metrics are showing. Okay, so add some more metrics. If you click on columns, modify columns, competitive metrics. No, in the middle bit, it says competitive metrics. Sorry, to the left a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Competitive metrics. Yeah. Search impression share. I like this one. And then what else do I like? Search impression lost due to budget. So that's just to the right.
This there. One.
No, actually it's 3 below search impression share.
So
up a little bit.
Impression share 1, 2.
Yep, that one. And then the one above it, search loss due to rank, and then the search exact match impression share, like that one, the right at the bottom.
Right bottom.
sorry, at the bottom, right at the bottom, underneath. There we go.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, my bad. And
Apply this?
Yeah. Okay, so if you scroll across, you'll find these new columns. Right. So
There's a lot of data here.
Yeah, there's almost too much. First off, they hide a lot of columns, so you have to unhide them. But then you don't need to read a lot of the columns to understand what's going on. So that campaign in the last 30 days, the top one, best laundry service Bronx, blah, 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 less than 10% impression share. We don't know what that means, less than 10%. But actually, the other two is interesting. I've got search loss due to budget, it's 28%. Search loss impression share due to the rank, 65. So we can add the 65 and the 28, and that will tell us how much we missed.
Exactly. A lot.
Yeah, a lot. And if you then, okay, so what I prefer to do is bid on things that we want to show for and not show for junk, which means having like a tighter funnel, a narrower funnel, and then potentially bid higher for the stuff that's more valuable, search terms that are more valuable, where they put the zip code and we serve that zip code, and get into a higher ad position and get a higher ad impression share. So show more often for the valuable stuff. So that less than 10% is like an average for the whole campaign. But if we click into that campaign again, oh, this isn't going to help. Well, actually, it will. Click on the keywords on the left again.
Keywords, perfect.
Okay, and then go to columns and add those impression share stuff again.
We're going to do modify. We're going to go to competitive metrics. One.
We won't get the rank, the budget one, the rank one, and yeah, those three.
Match. Yep. All right.
Apply. And then scroll. Right, so we can see if there was a number like 20% for the whole campaign or something, we would start seeing numbers for each of the keywords. But at the minute, it's just crap. We're showing less than 10% for all those keywords. If you scroll down, I think they're all going to be under 10%. Some of those might be really valuable keywords if they've been constructed properly, like laundry service and then a zip code. And we want to show for like 80, 90% of it. Oh, there's one for 100%.
Well, that's the name of the business.
Right. There you go. Yeah. And then, okay, so best laundry service, 15.52%. We've showed that keyword has been triggered, 15.52% of the times it could have done. But because that keyword is so broad, we have no idea what Google thinks it could show for, because it is broad. Whereas if that had plus best, plus laundry, plus service, we could say, well, we've showed 15.52% of the time that somebody's typed in a search term that contained best and laundry and service. But at the minute, because that's all broad match, we have no idea what that actually means. In Google's wisdom, what actually matches that? Yeah.
Okay.
So that 11.22% laundry pickup.
Right here, laundry pickup.
That showed 11.22% of the time. So we have some data. We can say, right, the number of times that somebody's typed in laundry, pick, and up, we've showed 11.22% of the time, unless there's other keywords that are cannibalizing it. And if you scroll to the left, you can see how many impressions there were. 15 impressions, 10%. So there was 150 searches in that month for that. We could have showed for. We only showed for 15.
And that's because this campaign is targeted within the 1 mile radius. That only applies to that specific location.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a lot of lost traffic there.
Yeah, we're just not even showing. And this is what happens when the funnel is too wide. They don't get ROI on it, so they drop bids. And what people are like, you probably heard it. Oh no, our cost per click's too high. I'm like, yeah, your cost per click is too high because you're not making any revenue from it, because you're getting people coming through who have no interest in buying what you're selling. So that's wasted spend. If you get rid of that wasted spend, you could afford to bid more on the more valuable traffic. I hate the word traffic, more valuable visitors that are looking for what you're selling and that are buying. And by bidding more, you'll get into a higher average position, which by default they're not showing on this screen here. That's another column you have to go and show. But like the average position, you might be in average position. Actually, let's go and show it. Click on columns again, competitive metrics, modify columns, competitive metrics. It'll be average position is there. There we go. And apply that. So scroll to the right. We'll just look at the average position for, okay, quite high actually. That's interesting. What that suggests is it's very competitive. If that one you're hovering over, dry cleaners, or dry cleaning.
Oh, this one right here.
Yeah, or the plus dry cleaning, further modified broad. It's in position one. We're in position 1.2, less than 10% impression share. That to me suggests it's very competitive. Yeah, we're in high ad position. Sorry, very competitive. There's lots of people bidding, and Google's round robin, showing each of us a little bit. Yeah, if there's 20 people all bidding on that keyword or those search terms that keyword could show for, then Google, and we're all bidding about the same. Google's just going to show us all, 5% of the time.
Correct.
Very simplistically, yeah. Or we could be, if that was said minus 10% and we're in position 5, it's like, dude, you've got to bid more. Actually, if you bid, in this case, if you bid more, what will happen is your position will probably stay the same, but your impression share will start rising. You'll start showing more often because Google's making more often when they show you compared to your competitors, so you'll show more often.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
No, but this for sure that I'm gonna have to sort through these keywords.
Like I said, I wouldn't even look at the keywords. I would just go to the search terms and analyze the search terms. When I go to somebody's account, if I want to analyze it, I just download all the search terms for the whole account by month, all time. I just start analyzing it in Excel. I don't care what keywords they've used because they've probably not done a good job with the match typing.
Got it. Let me take a look at the other campaign just to see what it looked like. Because I know this one, for example, I made it myself.
Yeah.
From scratch, I selected my own keywords.
Okay. Make that column a bit wider, the keyword column.
So keyword.
Yeah, you can just drag in. Okay.
That's good there?
Yep. Interesting. See how skewed it is. Unless you click on clicks, sort by clicks. There you go. And then again, click again. Just wanted to make sure it was sort right. 157 for that top keyword out of a total of how many? If I go right to the bottom.
What do you mean?
Sorry, that's 157 clicks out of how many total? If you scroll right to the bottom, 157 out of 180. So that one keyword is kind of driving this campaign. See all those low search volume warnings. Doesn't mean they won't get
anything.
It doesn't mean it does. They don't. I've seen it where they do get volume. Okay, so click on the search. Hold on. This is keywords. Where's the search terms tab? Scroll up a little bit and you see the search terms.
Search terms here?
Yeah. See, close cleaning service, that top one. Close cleaning services, laundry pickup near me. Close cleaning service. Okay, so
cleaning services.
Right. Looking at your keyword, you've got pickup laundry service, Bronx, New York, 2 down.
Correct.
Laundry pickup near me. I bet you've probably loaded laundry pickup near me somewhere as a keyword or something very close.
Probably, or probably with the modifiers.
Yeah, but that broad match keyword, closed cleaning services, is cannibalizing it and pulling all the traffic to that keyword. So I would be tempted to either get rid of it, or maybe you might have in there this ad group plus close plus cleaning plus services anyway.
So you would say take off this one, for example?
No. I would, that keyword, closed cleaning services, is bringing in a lot of different search terms. It's bringing in laundromat near me to that actual keyword. And to me, that's not a good enough match So Laundromat should be
cleaning
going to
services.
Laundromat. Yeah. So when you rebuild this campaign, have them all as modified broad.
Okay.
If you can, try not allow them to cannibalize each other. But yeah, sometimes you start getting anal doing that. It's like you don't want to go off down that rabbit hole too far. But what's happening is if you click on your ads now, ads and extensions, have you got one ad? You've got a couple of ads. So cleaning service, somebody typed in cleaning service. They don't see cleaning service in either of these ads. Someone types in laundromat. They see it in the top ad in the headline too. But if they typed in laundromat near me, the headline should say Laundromat, Bronx, New York.
Okay.
Yeah. Or J&G, Laundromat, Bronx, New York should be the left part of the headline, because that's where they typed in laundromat. If they looked at cleaning service or they look dry cleaner, that's what should be in the ad. So that's why you want one keyword per ad group structure.
Got it.
Yeah. Like I can see instantly when we go into that campaign, there was only one ad group. Whereas if you look at any of mine, a campaign will have like, 10, 20, 100,000 ad groups. And each ad group will have one keyword in it.
You write one ad for each one, or
Yep.
how do you usually?
Yeah.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah. I'll do one ad, but I'll make it. And I've had Google on going, oh, look, you need to have 3 ads.
Nope.
No, I don't. I'll write one ad and my ad will be better. And it's not a case of me writing better copy than someone else. It's a case of my ad is going to show in front of somebody who's actually searching for what's in my ad.
Very important.
Yeah. So it's relevant. That's what it's about. It's about being relevant. When someone types something into Google and they look around the page trying to find it, they're scanning, trying to find the flipping words that they typed in. Is this in the Bronx? No, it isn't. Where's the Bronx? I'm trying to find. They're literally scanning for the words they typed in. And if your ad has it in blue on the left,
they're going to click on it.
Yeah. Especially if it also has, pickup laundry service Bronx. That's exactly what I typed in, all those things. Brilliant. Right, see that keyword, that pickup laundry service Bronx, New York, it's had 8 clicks. So if we look at the search terms again and try and find those 8 clicks for that, this is where it gets a bit tricky for you. You can't see all the search terms for a particular keyword because they're all in one ad group. But if you look at search terms, do a filter and do search term contains Bronx. Let's just do that for the minute. Pickup laundry service Bronx, New York. Okay, look at that. Pickup laundry service Bronx, New York, 8 clicks. CTR is 25.53%. I don't know what position you're in. Add the position metric.
Columns. Yeah. Modified columns.
Competitive metrics, yeah. Right, I want to rearrange these columns in the way I normally look at them.
No, correct.
Well,
so average position for that is what, 3.4?
Yeah, look at that. It's pretty good, isn't it? 23.53% click-through rate at average position 3.4. When someone types in something super targeted like pickup laundry service and then the location. Yeah.
And why would it come up in position 3.4? Is it because of the budget?
The bid price is for whatever that keyword is. For keyword, so keyword pickup laundry service Bronx, New York has a particular bid price. The actual keyword. I don't know if all your keywords have the same bid price or not. But you see 99 cents. See, the one above it has $1.60. Oh, scroll to the left. There it is. Max CPC. That's the bid price.
Where is it?
To the left. It's to the left.
Left.
There it is. There.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, 160.
And then the other's 99 cents. Right. See, let's rearrange these columns so that they're how I normally look at them. There's a method to me.
So what I did,
modify columns. Yeah. Put impressions first. on the right. Sorry, drag impressions to the top because it makes sense. How many impressions you get, then how many clicks. Then it's CTR because that makes sense. Well, because that's exactly what you're going to try and work out, right? Then
exactly.
CTR depends on your average position. So go and drag average position up from the bottom. I think you've got it right the way to the bottom. Yeah, drag all that way up, all the way up, and leave it below CTR. Down a bit. There you go. It will start moving up. Put it down a little bit into the box, and it will scroll up. There you go. There you go.
Right under CTR.
CTR, right? And then your average position depends on your average CPC, so that makes sense. Yeah, so impressions, clicks, CTR, average position, average CPC. Now drag cost up next to under average CPC. Get rid of label, just kill that one. You can just cross it out. Get rid of, just put a cross next, click on the cross next to label, we'll just get rid of it.
Label. The reason I have that is because in an AdWords course that I took, they taught how to use scripts.
Okay.
So I guess you can, adjust the bids as they go, like in real time. So like one way where you would put like a label depending on what position you want to average for.
Yeah. And
then it'll automatically, I guess, bid or increase your bid by a certain amount, whatever you select. If that makes sense.
It does, yeah. I don't use scripts at all.
Oh, okay.
What I do is try and build out a really granular campaign that has super control of the traffic, so traffic visitors, search term. I'm trying to build thousands of little funnels, search term ad landing page.
Okay.
Right. So I have like thousands of ad groups, and I'm not fussed. Some people will say, I know eLiquid in the forum is like really interested in conversion rate per position and stuff, like for what we're doing. I find like if I have one campaign, I call it Laundromat location, and they have 1,000 locations in it. I kind of bid the same for all of those locations because to me, they're all the same keyword. You know,
okay.
Doesn't matter which zip code, unless one zip code is like more valuable than another, you know, because they pay more or something. Yeah. So, and I don't have scripts because I want the data. I want to look at the data and go, right, well, this week we dropped the bids from $5 down to $4 and we let it run for a week. This is what happened. Whereas if there's a script going in there fiddling with bids and whatnot, I'm like, well, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. And I don't care what position I'm in. I just want to get ROI.
Exactly.
And the most I can bid, like my earning per click is whatever they're happy to spend X amount. Well, the most I can bid is this. And this is the volume coming in on. I'll just set it and let it run. Okay, so leave label at the bottom, but move the quality score down to the bottom because you don't want to look at that all day long. Yep, there you go. So get rid of finding the URL and policy details. Don't need those. The one above it as well, get rid of that. And then apply. So this is how I look at them. And I do that for every tab. So campaigns, ad groups, keywords, ads, search terms, whatever. So it makes sense. There's the impressions, then it's clicks, there's a CTR. CTR depends on your average position. Your average position depends on your average cost per click. So as you increase the cost per click, then your average position is going to go up, so is your CTR.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And then you've got your cost, that makes sense. And then you've got your conversions and stuff over there, which often is blank. And then you've got your competitive metrics a bit further to the right. Sometimes I have conversions to the right of the search, impression share, etc., because there's nothing in conversions. Yeah. So you might want to move those later. But this is kind of the metrics I look at. So looking at this again, second keyword you've got there, 22.22% click-through rate, position 3.2. The keyword above it, 4.89% click-through rate, position 2. Yeah, so it's in a higher position. You'd think it should have a better click-through rate, but it's lower.
But it doesn't because it's not targeted. It's too
not
broad.
Targeted enough. The search terms that keyword is showing for are too broad, but also the ad that is showing is not matching all those search terms as well.
So in your case, what would you do? Just eliminate it from this campaign and create a separate campaign for?
I would probably, well, first off, go that one keyword per ad group style, and then just use modified broad and don't bother with broad match because it brings in junk.
Okay.
Yeah, it gives you super control of the traffic, in air quotes. Then the other thing you can do is by going one keyword per ad group, you look at your ad and go, hold on, my ad says delivery, hold on, laundry services and dry cleaning, but they actually look for laundry delivery Bronx. What should my ad be? I can write a much better ad than that. And it makes it really obvious that your ad is not as targeted and specific as it could be.
Got it.
Yeah.
So just make it relevant.
Yeah. And by you pausing that keyword, it might turn this whole account round, because its CTR might be dragging down the CTR for the whole account, but also it might have been cannibalizing because it's got a higher bid. If someone typed in pick up laundry service, Bronx, New York, or the best, because we saw that keyword, that search term went to that keyword. Someone might type in something that might have showed for one of those other keywords, which got a better bid price or quality score or whatever. And that keyword's pulling all the traffic. It's cannibalizing the other ones potentially.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This one keyword, look at that. $195.
Yeah. So, but what I would do is go, that's right. Notice how we're doing all this analysis and we can optimize it without knowing conversion rate. It's just common sense. But what I would do is I'd download that data into Excel and look at all the search terms into Excel and look at all the search terms that keyword is pulling through and go, which one of these are good and are worth adding a modified broad keyword in to the account for. Yeah. And not just one. It might give you a completely different angle. Like for instance, we loaded up car hire and every location in the US. So I don't know, 30,000 locations I had. Big list. Car hire, tons of them. Most of them got low search volume, ain't going to work. But then we were looking at search terms. I remember it was like car hire New York, and the search term was car hire New York JFK. I was like, what? What's the president's got to do with it? And I was like, oh, hold on, that's the name of an airport.
Exactly, that's the name of the airport.
So, we need a big list of names of all the airports. I might as well do train stations and this and that and the next thing. Yeah. So when you spot something, you go, oh, there's a zip code. Don't just load that zip code. You go, oh my goodness, people search by zip code. Let's load all the zip codes. But then I would literally have a campaign. I would call it laundry service zip code. And in there, each ad group would be laundry service and then another zip code. And maybe there's only 10 zip codes he covers. So it's going to have 10 ad groups in it. And each ad group is going to have one keyword and one ad. And the ad,
okay,
you see, and when you write, oh, well, my zip code is 10873 or whatever it was. Oh, my ad doesn't have that in it. What's the best ad I can write? It's going to have 10734 laundry service. It makes it really obvious what your ad should be.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you're going to beat people who don't have that style of campaign. And they can run all the scripts they want, but it ain't going to help.
But you're the one that's relevant.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when you've got that style of campaign, you can do what we were talking about before, where you can monitor and go, oh, by the way, did you know more people are looking for a laundry service? I can tell you which of the 100 locations within the city of Dublin, if you were a florist, which top three locations you should open a flower shop. A bid on all of them.
Because now you have the data to support you.
Yes, but you've got the data, right? So you've got the impression. You will get the impression share at the keyword level, but you don't get it at the search term level. But if your keyword is precise enough, then you can go, oh, look, people are looking for a flower delivery or florist in Swords. There's a place called Swords. Hold on, where was it? Swords, Blackrock, and Dunleary were the top three places for people looking for florists in the whole of Dublin. I was like, any reason for this? Is there a hospital there, a graveyard, or whatever? Nope. No idea why that is. It's just.
But that's where people are searching.
Yeah. Because what you do is you divide the impressions by the impression share. It gives you an estimated searches, doesn't it? So if there's, what is it? Scroll up and get a number. That's 36.
36.
What's the impression? Yeah. Scroll across to the right. 75, hold on, was it 75% impression share? So it was 36, that's 75%. So divide 36 by 0.75, which I can't do in my head, so I'll do it over here, the spreadsheet. Oh, hold on.
48.
Yeah, there you go. There was 48 actual searches. Impression share. So exact match impression share means 75% of them actually typed in exactly what your keyword is. Yeah, without the pluses. It matched exactly your modified broad.
So it's good.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, it tells you like whether how something's really long tail. There's other people adding like best and favorite and recommended and reviews and blah blah blah. Not really. They're just typing in pick up laundry service Bronx, New York. That's like
whatever's
standard.
easier.
Just that's standard, by the way. And people type it in that way. They type in the service and then the location. We've been taught that from the yellow pages. What are you looking for? Where are you looking for it? People take that to Google. They just say, I'm looking for an electrician in Bronx, New York. Some people put the in, pick up laundry service in Bronx, New York, and that's probably the other 25%.
Got it.
Yep.
So now I know how to restructure all these campaigns.
You know why to do it. You know what to do and why, and how. Excel, Google AdWords editor.
Oh my goodness. I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you know what to do. That's it. And why you do it. It'll be a way of figuring out how. Everyone can figure out a different way how. It's grand. All right, and hold on, we didn't look at, there's loads of stuff we didn't look at, like the campaign settings and bits and bobs, but this is the most important part. The way you win at Google AdWords is by being more granular and longer tail than everyone else. If they're all showing an ad that's like laundry, New York, nobody's going to click it. You know, if they're looking for Bronx, pick up laundry service, Bronx, New York.
When your ad says that, then you're in business.
Yeah. I've got campaigns running or an account running since 2009, and the click-through rate is like 30-40%. You know, if I was just to segment by year, some years at the start like 10-20% where I didn't really apply this, and then I got real granular.
Got it.
All right.
Oh my. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For taking your time.
This is going to be a good recording. I will drop it. I'll just chop it up, chop the bits off the end and the start, or not, and drop it into Fastlane Forum and into Steve's group.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, may even drop it into Rob's as well. I'll check with him first if he's all right with that.
That's perfectly fine with me, man. As long as people can learn.
Cool. All right, then.
All right.
Let me know how you get on. Let me know how you get on.
Now, yeah, I might have to, start filtering through all these keywords and analyzing it the way you told me.
I've got some videos. I've got some videos somewhere on my YouTube channel where I'm categorizing keywords using Excel, where I download all search terms and start analyzing them.
What's your YouTube channel?
Ooh, can't remember. Jeepers. I'll send you a link to it. I actually can't remember. I think I've got a thread in the Fastlane forum and his AdWords posts, and one of them is like categorizing keywords in Excel or something like that. And it's a link to the video, and that'll take you through to the specific video.
I'll go check it out later on.
All right. Carlos, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Andy, for your time and for explaining a few of these basic things.